WrestleMania 42 is 8 months out, which means I'm going to do some little predicting of WrestleMania 42 match card. And yes, it's in Las Vegas again, but honestly, I don't care, because I don't really care where WrestleMania is as long as I get to watch it. So, but before we get into it, a big thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel, because I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Really like to get to before the end of the year. Anyway, also leave down comments below matches you think that could also happen at WrestleMania 42 as well. Anyway, also before that again, have a little thing. These are not this is not split up into night 1, night 2. It's literally just matches that I think are going to happen, and it's not in any type of order anyway, so I just want to make that self-clear a lot. Anyway, let's hop into today's video. First match I got up here is Bayley and Stephanie that occur for the Women's World Championship. And now you're probably wondering, how did we get to this? I'm not exactly sure. And I'm going to say we're having Stephanie that occur as champion. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that maybe we would get Stephanie that occur as champion. Maybe she wins the title somewhere in the next couple of months, where she eventually gets the title, and she probably takes it to WrestleMania. And I think if she gets the title, she'll probably take it to WrestleMania. And honestly, I think it would be nice to see a Stephanie that occur feud versus Bayley for the Women's World Championship. And because I feel like, we got Stephanie, the babyface of the character, and then we recently look like WWE's turning Bayley heel from the latest video package promo, which honestly, she probably needs. Her character's gotten a little stale over the past couple months, and I feel like she might always do better as a heel anyway. But I feel like this could create a big story between Stephanie Becker and Bayley, and I have a feeling that their matches would absolutely be fire in the first place. So why not just hit this at WrestleMania in the first place? Because WrestleMania is supposed to be the biggest matches possible, and I feel like this is one of the biggest matches possible, and I feel like it's time to get Bayley back in the world title picture. Why not have the rookie Stephanie Becker have a championship already in the Women's World Championship, and we just have a great banger solid match, and this can the beginning of the feud, and then you can really start the feud after WrestleMania. You can have more matches than just at WrestleMania, and you can just cook, and maybe eventually give the title back to Stephanie Becker. But I don't know. I just really want to see a Bayley versus Stephanie match, because I feel like you could have so many crazy moments, spots, and I feel like it would be a great match, and I just feel like there's something there. Obviously, they haven't really interacted since Stephanie got to the main roster. They're on the same brand though, so they have a moment to interact. But soon, I feel like I don't know how we would get here though. I don't really know. Stephanie already got a guaranteed world title match at Clash in the because she won the Women's Battle Royal at Evolution. Which, by the way, whatever's happening with that World Championship, is Stephanie still getting her matches? If not, what's happening? Bro, she literally won that. That would be terrible if Stephanie doesn't get her match at Clash. because I feel like that'd be weird. But hopefully Stephanie still gets her match. If it doesn't even matter who's champion, it could be I don't know, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley could go against that and she could lose the title or something. I don't know what's going on there. Leave in the comments below what you think. Is Stephanie still getting her match? WWE hasn't confirmed it. If I was WWE, I would say Stephanie's still getting her match, but we'll find a new champion. We still don't really know what's going on with Naomi either, so we find out tomorrow. But enough about that. I think we should just have this feud. No idea how we would get here. Maybe Stephanie wins if she gets her match at Clash of the Women's World Championship. Maybe Bayley wins Elimination Chamber or Rumble again. I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know how we get here though. So I'm just saying because I feel like this is just a big option, and I want to see Bayley in the world title picture once again. Or if you're deaf, if you can see the screen, you see Ilya Dragunov and AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, normally I would have Ilya versus Dom here, but I think Dom is just gonna drop the Intercontinental Championship soon. I know, sad. My boy Dom's stocks are gonna go down, and we're all gonna be broke for a little bit, but we at least cashed out our stocks on Dom when we had the chance to at WrestleMania when he had his big moment, and we literally became Dom millionaires. I'm still a Dom millionaire, right? I'm still a Dom millionaire. I cashed my stocks out after WrestleMania because I know his stocks are going to go down. But as soon as he loses it, I already have some money in there. I don't have a bunch of money in there, but I have some money in there anymore because I won't lose any much money. But as soon as Dom loses this championship, his stocks are going to go down for a little bit. But as soon as he wins a big moment like another championship, his stocks are going through the roof, okay? So we're going to be twice Dom millionaires. But that's not even the point here. Ilya Dragunov has been cleared to compete in in-ring action, and the rumor is that he's going to face AJ Styles when he comes back. And if this is happening, we need to have it at the biggest stages, the grandest stages of them all. We need to have this at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. The reason is because AJ's still going after it, and I think he's just going to get it. And if we're going to have AJ hold the championship, why not have the wait until the feud happens around WrestleMania season so we can have a classic match with Ilya Dragunov for the United States Intercontinental Championship. And we have Ilya win the title against AJ Styles at what could be AJ's last match or last WrestleMania in general, because 2026 is the end of AJ Styles' career. We don't really know exactly when AJ's retiring, but AJ could retire at WrestleMania, and he's losing the championship to Ilya Dragunov, and Ilya gets that AJ rub, even though technically Ilya doesn't need it, but I feel like it would be very good, and who knows. Hopefully we get a confirmed date when AJ officially retires. We obviously will know when he's officially retired. Hopefully we get a confirmed date, or if he has like a retirement tour, like a John Cena type thing. But AJ's still top of the game. He still has banger matches. Ilya versus AJ needs to happen as soon as possible, and I will wait for it. I will literally wait for an Ilya versus AJ match for the Intercontinental Championship if we're guaranteed to have it at WrestleMania. I will wait as long as I need to get this match. And if it's gonna guarantee to be at WrestleMania, I'll wait then. Because this match would literally melt eyeballs off. Or it could be just another disappointing AJ Styles match for some odd reason. Because AJ Styles has the worst matches at Mania. Don't know why. I don't know. Literally no idea. But I feel like we have a good potential to see bang us here at Clash or WrestleMania if we have this. So yeah, don't care what. Actually, this could just main event any night. I don't really care, but have this match, WWE. Please have this match. Don't ask me how this is gonna happen. Don't ask me how this is happening. But I think eventually the Fraxium is gonna take the championships away from the Wild Six and become WWE Tag Team Champions. With that being said, how did we get the Creed brothers here? Well, that's a great question. I'm just going to throw it out and say American Made, and with the Creed brothers, got drafted to SmackDown with a WWE draft. That, I don't know whenever I don't think that's ever happening. But, I'm just going to say that's where it's going to happen, right? Because I think Fraxium is going to stay on SmackDown with the Tag Team Championships. And then the American Made with the Creed brothers are going to go to SmackDown. Then we could have this big feud where we have the Creed brothers versus Fraxium for the WWE Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania. And it would be the most banger match. It would be almost as hype as a TLC match at SummerSlam and SmackDown. But I don't know how we would exactly get this. But I think it would be do something with a draft and Fraxium as tag team champions and greatness at WrestleMania in a tag team match. And I would not be ready mentally for how absolutely great that this match would absolutely be. It would be so good that SpongeBob SquarePants' pants would rip by themselves. Like, he wouldn't have to move or anything. Like, it would be insane, bro. He would fill up with water and squirt them all out on everyone, bro. It would be incredible. And we also feel like this is where you could have the Creed brothers win their first championships on the main roster. Because they have not held tag team gold, which I'm surprised they haven't, because I mean, anybody can hold the World Tag Team Championships on Raw because of that dead tag team division. I mean, it's coming back alive now, but, like, it's been dead for about a year and a half. So, yeah. But I feel like this would be a great, great chance where we get to see the Creed brothers have an awesome match against Fraxian for tag team championships, where we have the Creed brothers win their first tag team gold on the main roster. And just see a great classic. Speaking of American Made, Ivy Nile is one part of that. And I think Ivy Nile has a big, big potential in WWE. And we can start her off with the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Now, Becky Lynch is the current Women's Intercontinental Champion, and I think there's a potential that she could literally hold this title until Mania. Like, I would not be surprised if Becky holds this title to Mania, because every feud she's having with this title is just gonna boost the Intercontinental Championship to new heights, new levels, and eventually we could have the feud where we will see Ivy Nile and Becky Lynch at WrestleMania for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and we see Ivy Nile beat Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship and have Becky lose at Mania so Ivy Nile can take the championship. But now, you probably asking yourself, why are we having a heel versus heel match? Because who cares, right? Who really cares? It could be a babyface versus babyface, heel versus heel, babyface versus heel. I don't care. Just let us have a match, because I can guarantee you, I feel, honestly, Ivy Nile, in my opinion, is very overlooked. She's very underrated, in my opinion. I feel like people always overlook Ivy Nile, because she could be one of the... If WWE gave her more singles matches, people would see how absolutely talented Ivy Nile is. Because Ivy Nile is one of the most talented women on the entire roster, and I don't know why she's not pushed more, especially in this women's mid-card division. Because we could have way banger matches. Like, we could have Ivy Nile in there with maybe... It looks like Nikki Bella's going after this championship too. Becky, well, I'm surprised we haven't ever seen her talk to Becky with this championship. Like, WWE needs to push Ivy Nile to this mid-card championship, bro. She's so underrated, bro. She has so much potential. All of the potential in the world, I think. And if they really did push her and made her one of the top women's stars in that whole division, of the mid-card division, I would absolutely love that, because I don't think Ivy Nile gets enough credit, but that's enough talking about that. I think we could start the Ivy Nile push somewhere around, I don't know, closer to the WrestleMania season, where we see her feud with Becky Lynch. Maybe the crowd gets behind her in time where maybe we could turn Ivy Nile face, or something like that. I don't really know. But all I know is we would see an ultimate good match against Becky Lynch and Ivy Nile, because I feel like these two have something very special that I feel like that would surprise a lot of people. Because I don't know how it's going to surprise people, but I have a feeling it would surprise people how good this match could be. And this is where we have Ivy Nile take the Women's Intercontinental Championship, have her develop her character, make her a bigger star, and this could be a gateway for her to get the Women's Championship in the near future. So please, WWE, take note, listen to what I'm saying, push Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile deserves it. She's underrated. She needs more matches. And if this happens way before WrestleMania C42 time, I will be even happier. Now you're probably asking, how do we get Liv Morgan versus Roxanne Perez? Now Roxanne Perez has not really made any moves on Dominic Mysterio at all, like Liv Morgan was trying to do all last summer, and the summer is basically over. I'm not exactly sure how we get this, because looks like WWE has not tried a single time, really, to get Roxanne Perez and Dom into a love triangle with Liv. So I think they're gonna keep I think they're gonna try to keep Dom and Liv together. And this is where we could have the separation of the Judgment Day, where we have Raquel, Liv, and Dom just go by ourselves, which I think they should have done anyway, because I feel like Liv, Dom, and Raquel are way better together than part of the Judgment Day. We have just JD, Finn, and Roxanne do their own thing as a group. But the reason why I think we could do this is I feel like, since, Roxanne is tagging with Raquel, Roxy could, pretend, to replace Liv Morgan. Is kind of what they're already doing. Like, they have that mural of, Liv, looking, I think, looking in the picture frame like she's dead, even though she's not. Maybe when Liv Morgan returns, and I think her return schedule is kind of 2026, I believe. Maybe we could have this, and the Judgment Day's kind of pushing her out, but Dom is just trying to help her get in with and Raquel. And I think this is where we have the separation, where we could get Liv versus Roxanne Perez versus Liv Morgan at WrestleMania 42, because that they're pushing back like that. Not too sure, but I have a feeling that that's what could happen. And I would honestly love that. Really think that would be very good. Especially like that. I think it would work out good. But I'm still kind of questioning how it would get here, even though they're not doing anything with Raquel, or not Roxanne and Dom. So I think they're going to keep Dom and Liv and Raquel together when the Judgment Day officially breaks up, because eventually the Judgment Day is going to break up. But somehow I think we could get this just be based off of how Judgment Day's been treating her, especially Roxanne's been acting like she doesn't exist to Raquel, and she's trying to manipulate Raquel to live in the past and kick. I feel like Finn's kicking Liv out of the group. Not exactly sure, but I feel like it's gonna work out for the better. I don't know. I just think we should get this match. Not exactly sure what type of storyline it would be, but so I feel like something we would have to do Raquel and the tag team division. It was because of Roxanne Perez that they lost the women's tag team championships, and something along those lines. But I don't know. I could also see a 6 mixed tag team match with Dom, Liv, and Raquel versus Roxanne, JD, and Finn Balor. I could also see that, but I don't know. There are rumors about Sol Ruca being called up to the main roster. Wouldn't be surprised if those rumors are true, but I think she should go to SmackDown to the women's United States Championship division, because that division really needs some help. And I feel like adding a character like a rookie, Sol Ruca, could really help. Even though Julie is a rookie and it looks like they tried to her to help, even though it really didn't help. I feel like Sol Ruca could be potentially helpful. And why not put the title eventually back on a Chelsea Green like that, where we can have Chelsea Green feud with Sol Ruca so we can get on WrestleMania, the United States Championship on WrestleMania, where we have Sol Ruca versus Chelsea Green for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, the Women's United States Championship. And I think WrestleMania 42 should be the first time this title should get on the card in general, and where we see Sol Ruca get her first WrestleMania win, where she wins the Women's United States Championship. and the crowd goes crazy. We see a crazy soul snatcher from the top rope or whatever, and she wins the championship, and she makes the division better than what it is today, because the division's still kind of trash, because they have not put a single time and really effort into the women's United States Championship division. So I think a Sol Ruka could help it, give it some life, give it some energy, and give it the energy it needs, where we can get Sol Ruka as Women's United States Champion, and give Chelsea Green a WrestleMania moment, because this is her, third, 39, 40, 41, third year? About to miss Mania? She missed 39, she missed 40, she missed 41. And why isn't she in WrestleMania 42? She better not miss WrestleMania 42. I swear, if Chelsea Green misses WrestleMania 42, I'm going to lose my mind. That would be 4 years in a row that she missed Mania. Unbelievable. Wait, was she in WrestleMania 30? No, I don't think she was. No, I don't think she was. She was in. Anyway, she should have been at WrestleMania 39, 40, 41, 42, and so on, because she's too talented not to miss WrestleMania. I'm sorry. She is too talented to miss WrestleMania. That's my opinion, though. If you can see the screen right now, you could see that I have a Fatal 4-Way match planned for WrestleMania 42 for the WWE Championship or Undisputed title, whatever you call it. Now we got Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion, a Viper, former legend killer, and a legend. We got Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior, the Scottish Psychopath, whatever you'd like to call him, who's kind of already in the feud with Cody Rhodes and going after the WWE Championship. W's. We got the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, who's an absolute beast and can do basically everything in the ring. Then we got the face of the company, the Golden Boy, as Drew McIntyre likes to call him, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who is the current WWE Champion. But I don't think he's going to be walking into WrestleMania 42 as WWE Champion. I think that will go to Drew McIntyre. I think Drew McIntyre will beat Cody Rhodes if they have a match at Clash in Paris, even though I 100% believe they should. I think they're going to have a match at Clash in Paris. Drew beats Cody. Cody takes a month or a couple weeks off to film the Street Fighter. I don't know where that's being filmed. I don't know where that's being filmed. Wherever that's being filmed, we have Cody take a couple months off. Couple weeks off. Maybe a month, or maybe even a month, 2 months, where we have Cody take a couple months off, because Drew is probably going to win the title at Clash, and then maybe the next night on Raw, Drew celebrates or something like that, even though that wouldn't make sense. Or SmackDown, Cody tries to say something, but Drew takes him out indefinitely, and we don't know when Cody Rhodes would be back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be pretty interesting to see. And then we don't see Cody until maybe late 2025 to late 2026, where we will see the return of Cody Rhodes, maybe a Royal Rumble or something like that. And the Cody will go back after the championship, but this time we will see maybe a Drew McIntyre go after, or a Randy Orton go after Drew McIntyre, or we see maybe a Jacob Fatu after he's finally out of the Bloodline vortex, go after the world championship, where eventually all of them are fighting. Nick Aldis comes out and says, "Gentlemen," and make a match on the spot. And on Friday Night SmackDown, you know what I'm saying? No way, Nick Aldis wouldn't do that. Yes, he would. But no, Nick Aldis comes out, gentlemen, you better stop fighting. How about this? Drew, you're putting your title on the line against Randy Orton, Jacob Fatu, and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 42, where we can finally have Drew drop the title to, Cody Rhodes, Jacob Fatu, Randy Orton. Don't really care who they put the title on, really. Preferably, I would have my favorite wrestler right now, in all time, Cody Rhodes, win at Mania 42. But I'm just saying, this is how you create a championship worthy match in a 5-star classic. And also the reason why I'm saying that this should be the match for the WWE Championship is because remember the last WWE Championship match that we saw at Mania 41? Oh yeah, you don't, because it was trash. We all remember how absolutely garbage that match was. And this would absolutely, literally make up everything for that match, for the last WWE Championship match at WrestleMania 41. This would make it up. And we could have either one of these guys win the belt or keep the belt. If you're Drew McIntyre. I would personally like Cody because, again, Cody's my favorite wrestler, so why wouldn't I not pick him? But, anyway, that's what I think should happen. And yes, Drew McIntyre is walking into WrestleMania 42 as WWE Champion. Don't know if he's walking out as WWE Champion, but I can tell you he's walking in as WWE Champion for my booking. The match that is way overdue. Austin Theory versus Grayson Waller. Now, Austin Theory is currently injured. He's on the injured list, which means we could have Austin Theory out for way longer than anybody expects. We can have Austin Theory return at the Rumble, eliminate Grayson Waller, because, get that payback and all that stuff, because there's no way this man Austin Theory is not watching the WWE Raw on Netflix every single week. There's no way he's not. And we can finally get that build up to Grayson Waller versus Austin Theory, have him WrestleMania, even though by this point it's not even worth a WrestleMania match. Maybe last year. 2020, summer of 2024, maybe it was worth it to have it as SummerSlam. Maybe even that WrestleMania 40, maybe it was worthy. It's not even worthy about WrestleMania 41 anymore. It's not even worthy about it. But who cares? Obviously it's not worthy of WrestleMania 42, because it's like about a year and a half overdue. But we could still have this match knowing Triple H's booking. They would still have this match even though it's way overdue, and nobody would at this point cares about the Grayson Waller Austin Theory feud anymore. Because again, this match should happen a year ago. But that's not what's happened. And knowing Triple H, he would have this match booked for WrestleMania 42, Austin Theory versus Grayson Waller. There's not much I will say except have Austin Theory win this match because he's going to be the babyface in this match, hopefully. Of course, he's going to be the babyface in the match anyway. Grayson Waller loses to Austin Theory at Mania 42, and then we can finally start the Austin Theory push now that fans are wanting Austin Theory to have a singles push. We want him to have a singles push now. Like when he was first being pushed by Vince McMahon in 2022, nobody wanted him because everyone could already see that he was Vince's guy. Everyone could see that. Like if Vince was still running the company, guarantee you Austin Theory would already be a world champion. Guarantee it. He might have dethroned Roman Reigns. Guarantee it. I guarantee it. He also wouldn't be stuck in the dead tag team division either, which is not... I'm not even getting into that, because it's a whole different video that I somewhere on my channel anyway, because I think... I already have I already have a video on this channel called talking about the dead tag team division. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Go watch it, by the way. But yeah, I don't have too much to say. Just, we have Austin Theory defeat Grayson Waller, start the push, and yes... World Tag Team Championship division seriously needs help. We also need to get Jimmy Uso out of the Bloodline vortex, so that's why I have him here eventually going to Raw. And we all know that it's going to happen. We all know that Jay and Jimmy are going to eventually reunite. We also know what's going to happen is that Penta and Rey Fenix are going to reunite to form the Lucha Bros. But you know what I'm also predicting? That eventually B&B Security, aka Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, are going to win the World Tag Team Championships. Then they have a big match against the Usos and the Lucha Bros at WrestleMania 42, where it's just going to be this big ultimate match where we have the Usos finally win tag team gold once again with each other after 3 years of not being together, winning gold, tag team gold. And it would just be perfect. And then eventually we could have the Usos, I don't know, lose them to the Lucha Bros. Who really knows? But all I know is this match would be an ultimate tag team classic, because the Usos together are classic matches all the time. The Lucha Bros together, bangers. B&B Security, really don't know. They really don't tag team that much. But what we do know is that the Usos versus the Lucha Bros and what's his name, B&B Security would also be absolutely fire for the World Tag Team Championships, and hopefully the Usos could what's the word I'm looking for? Put some energy, put some life into this World Tag Team Championship division, and this would be absolutely hype, and the Usos win. That's why I'm saying it. By the way, I think the champions going in are going to be B&B Security. Then the Usos beat the both teams to win the World Tag Team Champions and bring some life into this division, because it's dead. Oh yeah, if you see the screen right now, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. Please, please, please look at the screen. The Carmelo Hayes push is starting. But he's not. It's going to start at WrestleMania 42, where we literally see Aleister Black come in as a challenger. I feel like Damian Priest is going to come in as United States Champion. Aleister Black is going to get into Damian Priest's business because, Damian Priest and Aleister Black clearly don't like each other. And then if somehow Melo's going to get his way worked in here because he wants a chance at the United States Championship because we've already seen it. He's tried to ask for it multiple times, but The Miz keeps on saying, no, let's do tag team stuff. And The Miz is really holding Melo back, because we already know that Melo would be way better without The Miz than with The Miz. And then we can finally have the Carmelo Hayes push, where he wins the championship from either of these two by a sneaky way, by the way, or if he turns babyface. It looks like he's going to turn babyface, but he turns babyface. The crowd's going to cheer him up because everyone loves some of Carmelo Hayes. He wins the championship. He has a good solid run with it. Then eventually he loses it. Then he goes after the world title, and he wins the belt. My case is closed. Wrap up my hands, WWE. I've already got one WrestleMania 42 match booked. All you have to do is sign it off, and WWE, you got a main event match quality. Because we aren't going to lie to ourselves. Damian Priest versus Aleister Black. Banger. Then add Carmelo Hayes into it. Absolutely 5-star classic match that everybody wanted at WrestleMania 39 that did not happen. But we could finally have it here at WrestleMania 42, where we have Brock Lesnar take on Gunther for the first time ever in a hard-hitting classic, where we also see Brock Lesnar hit some F5, some German suplexes on Gunther. Maybe a chop, who knows? He's not a chop guy, but who knows? Then we could see Gunther hit some chops, Germans, maybe an F5 if Gunther is feeling like that. But we eventually see Gunther winning this match and putting Brock the Beast down. Not for the last time. I don't think this will be his last time, but I feel like we just have this match here at WrestleMania, and then at SummerSlam we could have a little Bethany versus Brock Lesnar, because we need to see that match before Brock retires. Enough point said. That's literally how it should be done. It should only be like this, and it should only be Gunther versus Brock Lesnar because it would be a 5-star classic, hard-hitting brawl that I think everyone that doesn't have a short attention span would enjoy. Also because I feel like we just need to see this match at least once. And why not at WrestleMania? Well, it's time where we see the big dog, Roman Reigns, take on World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins and CM Punk in the mix. Yes. I'm predicting that Seth Rollins is holding the World Heavyweight Championship until WrestleMania. And guess what? Somehow Roman Reigns and CM Punk are still going to be feuding with Seth Rollins by the time WrestleMania 42 comes up. So why not have a WrestleMania 41 Night 1 rematch and have except this time it's for the World Heavyweight Championship, and except this time Seth Rollins won't be winning the championship. It will be CM Punk giving a GTS to both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally win the title and have an actual championship run, unlike the last championship run CM Punk had at SummerSlam when he beat Gunther for it. And why not have another classic main event WrestleMania match? Because WrestleMania 41 match against Roman, Seth, and Punk was absolutely fire. It was cooking on all different levels. And I want to see another match against these three men, but this time for the World Heavyweight Championship, and CM Punk wins instead of Seth Rollins, where we finally get CM Punk's stuff. I'm looping. But Roman Reigns could also have a good chance of winning the championship, because I think Roman Reigns is going to get one more championship before he's done wrestling, and he's going on to Hollywood to get more money than he probably could ever get in WWE in the first place. But I don't really see that. You could always have Roman Reigns put the title on Roman Reigns because it's Roman Reigns. Why wouldn't you put the title on Roman Reigns? He's your top guy. He's one of the biggest names in wrestling. And then you got Seth Rollins, who's never been the guy. Okay, hold on, time out. You have to agree with me here. Okay, so we all know that John Cena was the top guy of the company. He was the face of the company. But then you got Randy Orton. He was second to John Cena. He was never the guy, but he feuded with John Cena, won world titles, but he was never the guy, you know what I'm saying? But Roman Reigns, was the face of the company before he gave it to Cody Rhodes. He was the face of the company, always winning world title like that. Then you got Seth Rollins. He was number 2. He never was the guy, but he won world titles. He faced Roman Reigns. He beat Roman Reigns for titles, like how Randy Orton beat John Cena for the titles. He beat the face of the company, but he was never the guy. That's how the Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins things works, and kind of how the John Cena, Randy Orton dynamic works as well. But just wanted to get that out there, because you already probably knew that. But I want to see CM Punk win a championship one more time and have a world title run that's actually good on that last one, because that last one is garbage. He barely didn't even defend it once. He also, oh my god, bro, I just realized, bro, this man CM Punk was a terrible champion. Didn't show up to a Raw with it, didn't show up to a SmackDown with it, didn't show up to any PLEs with it, only had one defense, and he lost on the first defense. What a terrible champion. Anyway, that's all, guys, today. Have a beautiful rest day. See you tomorrow. Also, leave in the comments below what you guys think of this match card. Do you think it's good, valid, or absolutely awful? Leave in the comments below. I'd really like to know. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow.